to Kush News, the newscast of the African diaspora. I'm your anchor, Ochanda, daily bringing you the top stories from Africa and the Caribbean. Let's take a look at today's news on Monday, July 15th, 2024. Let's go to Rwanda, where citizens go to the election polls. On Monday, Rwandan citizens went to the polls. Over 9 million voters are registered to vote in Monday's election. As well as choosing a president, they will also elect members of the parliament. Provisional results will be expected by July 20th. Only 2 candidates have been approved by the Electoral Commission to run against Paul Kagame, the incumbent. Those 2 candidates are Frank Habineza and Philippe Mpayimana. The others were invalidated for various reasons that included prior criminal convictions. That result followed a constitutional change, removing term limits that would have barred Paul Kagame from running again. Paul Kagame has been in power in Rwanda since 1994, when he helped lead the rebellion movement that brought the genocide to an end. He was elected by Parliament for president back in 2000 and has won the election 3 different times. In 2017, he won nearly 99% of the vote. Kagame's 2 rivals that have ran against him back in 2017 are the same ones that are running against him here today. Habineza told reporters that he is expected to exceed the 0.48% that he scored last time. Mpayimana, who works for the Ministry of National Unity and Civic Engagement, urged voters at a campaign recently to consider his candidacy. Paul Kagame's most vocal supporters are young people, aka the Kagame generation. This is a country where 2/3 of the population is under the age of 30.
You can't fake unity, you can't fake excitement, you can't fake a turn up like this one.
Here in South Africa.
Those in Rwanda, let us know your political support. Are you leaning more towards the incumbent, Paul Kagame, or any of the other 2 candidates? Also, are you registered to vote? Let us know if you did. We go to Kenya, where our Kush News affiliate and field journalist Godwin has more on a murder mystery controversy. Godwin.
Thank you so much, Ochanda. Police have arrested a man who they say is the main suspect in the macabre killing and dumping of bodies at Kware dump site in Embakasi, Nairobi. Directorate of Criminal Investigation DCI Chief Mohamed Amin on Monday said the suspect, identified as Collins Jumaisi Khalusa, had confessed murdering 42 women, including his wife Imelda, between 2022 and July 11th, 2024.
Today, early this morning, at around 1, we arrested the prime suspect named Collins Jumaisi Harucha. Yesterday we did recover 1 more body, bringing the total to 9 bodies recovered so far.
Jumaisi was arrested in a 1 a.m. raid on Monday in Kayole after being smoked out using his mobile signals that detectives were tracking. Moments before he was busted, police say the suspect was actively luring his would-be next victim, a woman identified as Susan, and detectives have invited her to record a statement. Officers involved in the raid said the suspect stayed 500 meters from Kware dump site, an abandoned quarry from which at least 8 bodies of women had been retrieved by Sunday evening.
But from the look of things, it is crystallizing that we are dealing with a serial killer, a psychopathic serial killer who has no respect for human life.
Detectives say Jumaisi led them to the dump site after confessing to the killings that shocked the nation. During the Monday media briefing, the DCI boss displayed several items that he said were seized during the raid on the suspect's house. The mother of the wife of the suspected Kware serial killer has given a chilling account of how she came to discover the death of her daughter. Miss Josephine Adisa, who is the mother of Imelda Judith Kalenya, made the revelations while recording her statement at the DCI headquarters on Monday evening. The distraught mother said she lost contact with her deceased daughter in 2021 after she dropped out of school, left their home in Moy's Bridge, Uasin Gishu County. Mother, who is a domestic worker in Nairobi's Feather Estate, narrated how she received a call from her younger brother informing her that the daughter had been murdered and was among the victims at Kware killings.
Wakati kuna mtu alikuwa ananipigia simu, ananiambia ameoa Imelda. Ilikuwa 2021 mwisho. Alafu 2022 mtu mwingine akanipigia, akaniambia sijui yeye ni pastor, anaishi Sinai.
Reporting for Kush News from Nairobi, Kenya. My name is Godwin, the newsman. Back to you, Ochanda.
Thank you, Godwin. Those in Kenya, let us know your thoughts on the recent discovery of bodies, as well as where do you think this all ties in with the political or socio-political climate. Let's go to the Caribbean. And there we go to Grenada and St. Vincent and the Grenadines, where they receive grant funding. Grant funding has been dispersed to Grenada and St. Vincent and the Grenadines in the sum of 1 million Caribbean dollars each by the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank. A statement said that the grant will support the country's critical relief efforts following the destruction of Hurricane Beryl. On July 1st of this year, Hurricane Beryl, a Category 4 hurricane with sustained winds of up to 150 miles per hour, severely damaged Grenada and their sister islands of Caracou and Petite Martinique, alongside their neighbors of St. Vincent and the Grenadines and their sister islands, including Union Island, leaving a trail of death and devastation. The Eastern Caribbean Bank says that it stands in strong solidarity and empathy with the affected member countries and remains ready to support them in every way possible. Those in Grenada and St. Vincent and the Grenadines, let us know on if you can see this message, if you are in a safe place. What do you think about the grant funding and also the other relief efforts? If you are watching and you want to support, we have links in the description box. Also, if you have any links of yourself you want to post in the comments, please do so. When we come back, we'll have today's African proverb of the day. Don't go anywhere.
New release of the Spring Summer Collection. Visit www.mckadero.com.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at today's African proverb of the day, and it comes to us from Ethiopia. And it reads, a good name is better than a good perfume. Once again, a good name is better than a good perfume. Ethiopian proverb. Yeah, a good name can carry you a long way, longer than most colognes. I think the best cologne that I've ever had, I'm not going to name it on this show, but it lasted me, I'd say, about 8 hours. But, a good name, especially if your parents were honorable individuals or even your grandparents, it carries you a long way. Growing up, it was often that, usually somebody's restaurant or, somebody's business would, favor me over somebody else because they knew who my parents were. It was pretty awesome. I didn't really understand it at the time, but as I got older, I realized how good of it is, to have a good name about you and a good reputation. Let me know your interpretation of today's African proverb of the day, as well as your thoughts, views, questions, comments, and concerns on the top stories. Don't forget to hit that like button. Make it your best friend. For Kush News on Kush Convos TV. I'm Ochanda. We'll see you soon.